Section 1. The slamming door. A fight defined by walls. Then the door slams shut. It is a heavy, metallic sound that echoes in the tiny space. The lock clicks. You are trapped. The air is thick and still. The room is small, maybe 6 feet by 6 feet. You can touch both walls if you stretch your arms out. There is no room to run. There is no space to dance around. On one side stands a master of Shotokan karate. He is calm, his posture straight, his hands ready. On the other side, a master of Tang Soo waits. His stance is alert, his eyes sharp, watching every move. This is not a sport. It is not a tournament with judges and rules. This is about survival in a phone booth. This scenario strips away the fancy stuff. It gets right to the core of martial arts. Which art works best when there is nowhere to go? Which techniques are still effective when your back is literally against a wall? Shotokan is known for its long, powerful stances and straight line attacks. It generates incredible force by moving from a distance. Tang Soo is famous for its dynamic high kicks and fluid footwork. Both arts look impressive in a large dojo or on a competition mat. But here in this box, all that space is gone. This is a different kind of problem, a different kind of fight. The question is not just about which style is better, it is about which style adapts better. In a confined space, long-range weapons become liabilities. A high kick could get your foot stuck in the ceiling or leave you off balance. A long, winding punch could be jammed before it ever gains momentum. The fight becomes a game of inches. It is about short, brutal strikes. It is about controlling the opponent's posture and limbs. It is about using the walls as a tool, not an obstacle. The person who understands this environment will have a massive advantage before a single punch is even thrown. This is not just a fantasy scenario. Think about real-life situations. An elevator, a narrow hallway in an apartment building, a crowded train car. These are the places where self-defense might actually happen. Fights rarely occur in open fields with plenty of room to maneuver. They happen in messy, cramped, and unpredictable environments. Understanding how to adapt your training to these spaces is crucial. It is the difference between a technique that looks good in practice and one that actually saves you when it matters most. So, let's break it down. Let's put these two incredible martial arts under the microscope and see how they fare in the tightest of spots. Section 2. Shotokan Karate, the way of the empty hand. Shotokan is a Japanese martial art. It was developed by Gichin Funakoshi. It is one of the most widely practiced forms of karate in the world. At its heart, Shotokan is about power. It teaches you to deliver a single devastating blow that can end a conflict immediately. This concept is called Iken Hisatsu, which means to annihilate with one blow. To achieve this, practitioners use deep, strong stances like the front stance, Zenkutsu Dachi. These stances create a solid connection to the ground. This connection allows them to generate massive power from their hips and legs, channeling it through their arms and into a punch or strike. The movements in Shotokan are typically big and linear. Think of a reverse punch, Gyakuzuki. The practitioner steps forward, rotates their hips powerfully, and drives their rear fist straight into the target. The power comes from the full body motion, not just the arm. Blocking is also a key component. Shotokan blocks are hard and definitive, not just to deflect, but to damage and create an opening. It revolves around three main pillars, Kihon, Kata, Kumite. Because of long-range power and deep stances, what happens when that ideal distance is taken away? Section 3, Tang Soo, the way of the China hand. Tang Soo is a Korean martial art. Its name translates to the way of the China hand. This name points to its historical roots, Chinese martial arts, Taekyon. It was popularized and systemized by Grandmaster Huang Qi. At first glance, Tang Soo is visually striking emphasis on kicking techniques, high kicks, spinning kicks, jumping kicks. These kicks are not just for show, they are powerful and fast aimed at target leg's head. The art emphasizes flexibility, balance, agility. But Tang Soo is not just about kicking. It is a well-rounded system, includes a vast arsenal of hand techniques, punches, chops, open hand strikes, knife hands, songkao, ridge hands, spear hands. These techniques are often used in rapid combinations, flowing from one strike to the next. The footwork is more fluid and mobile than the deep-rooted stances of Shotokan. Like Shotokan, training is based on fundamentals Kicho, Hyung, Dairyun with character, respect, self-control. The reliance on dynamic kicks and fluid movement presents its own set of challenges in a confined space. A spinning hook kick is effective in a ring booty in an elevator. It is a recipe for disaster. You could hit a wall, lose your balance, expose your back. Section 4. The Rules of Confinement. In a 6x6 foot room, normal martial arts rules don't apply. Big movements and large throws are impossible. The goal is to incapacitate the opponent quickly. The focus shifts to short-range, high-impact strikes, elbows, knees, and powerful punches from the clinch. Trapping, controlling the opponent's hands, critical. For our demonstration, we're looking for efficiency. Who can generate force with minimal wind-up and control the center of the room? Section 5. Shotokan in the booth. How does the master adapt? The deep front stance is replaced by a shorter, more upright one for mobility. Power now comes from a sharp, explosive torque of the core. Long-range punches are neutralized, so the fighter turns to close-range weapons. Elbow strikes, uppercuts, and short hooks. Blocking becomes short, percussive parries, and high kicks are replaced by low kicks to the shin or knee. Section 6. Tang Soo shift. Their famous high and spinning kicks are now useless. The first adjustment, bring all the kicks down. Targets shift from the head to the legs, thigh, calf. Quick roundhouse dolyo chagi redirected low. Side kick yopchagi shortened, aimed at the knee or hip. These low kicks are fast, surprising, incredibly effective at destabilizing an opponent. Kicks now support. Hands become primary weapons. Knife hand songkal, ridge hand yuksu, spear hand kwansu used to target soft spots. Practitioners drill rapid-fire combinations flowing from one target to the next, overwhelming in confined space. Footwork changes, not large sweeping steps, small subtle shifts of weight, quick pivots. Maintain balance, constantly change the angle of attack. Use trapping, grab with one hand, strike with the other. Adopt stick and move even in tiny spaces. Quick low kick or a jab creates a brief opening, deliver a flurry, pivot away to reset. They avoid trading power like a Shotokan might, instead rely on speed, use angles, use combinations. Use open hand techniques on vulnerable targets. Use footwork to avoid being pinned to a wall, turn tight space into a maze. Section 7. A tale of two techniques, a side-by-side comparison. First, consider the primary short-range power strike. For Shotokan, elbow strike, MP uchi short travel, brutal power forward, rising, or downward. For Tang Soo, knife hand, songkal very fast chops at neck or collarbone. Elbow breaks guards, knife hand targets weaknesses. Shotokan, short, explosive jakuzuki to solar plexus or chin direct power shot. Tang Soo, quick snapping front kick to the shin to disrupt, then a barrage of hand strikes. The Shotokan practitioner's path to victory is overwhelming power. Pin the opponent and unleash short, devastating strikes. Their biggest risk is being too rigid. The Tang Soo practitioner's path is speed and disruption. Use quick strikes and movement to control the pace. Their biggest risk is getting overpowered. In a space this small, there is no room for error. The fight comes down to who lands the first clean, effective strike. The winner is the better prepared fighter, not the better art. The art that provides the best tools is the one trained for this specific context. Section 9. The Final Challenge. No single martial art holds a monopoly on effectiveness. The real value lies in understanding principles, not just collecting techniques. Shotokan. Tang Soo, forced to draw from a similar well when confined. They both have the means to win. The elbow, the knee, the palm heel, the low kick. These are universal weapons of close quarters combat. The question is not which art is better, but which artist is better prepared for the fight they are in. This thought experiment should challenge you to look at your own training differently. Karate, Kung Fu, Taekwondo, any other system. Ask yourself how much of what you practice would work in an elevator. How much of it depends on having space that you might not have in a real confrontation. If your answer is not much, then you have identified a critical gap in your training. The world is not a dojo. Corners, walls, obstacles. Here is a simple challenge for you. Find a small space. You can mark out a 6x6 foot square on the floor with tape. Or you can simply stand in a corner of a room. Now practice your techniques within that space. Don't throw your big flashy kicks. Instead, practice a short snapping front kick to knee height. Practice throwing a punch without a full wind-up. Practice turning your body and throwing an elbow. Feel how your body mechanics have to change. Feel how you have to generate power from your core instead of from a long step. Thank you for your support as we are nearing 400 subscribers. Please select a video on your screen and I will meet you there. Thank you.